Good morning all. My name is Vinay Bhatt and I am acting as Assistant Professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering, Purnima University, Jaipur. And the topic which I have chosen for today's discussion is mechanical governor. So it is basically a mechanical device which is broadly used in mechanical applications whenever we need to manage or regulate the supply of the fuel to the engine. If in general I will say, then it is one of the devices that is helpful for a mechanical engineer to maintain a system much efficient and effective in terms of the power generation by the application and fuel consumption by the same application. So let's begin with the function of mechanical governor, what is written in brief in various books and various articles. So mechanical governor, the main function of mechanical governor here as it is written, main function of mechanical governor is to regulate the supply of the fluid. Okay? Regulate the supply of the fluid, say of an engine. When there is variation in the load. Clear? Understand this by saying like whenever there is a variation in a load on an engine, then there is a need to regulate the supply of the fuel to the engine so as the optimum speed of the engine will be maintained. This is the main task. This is what the main task or the desired task done by a mechanical engineer, or you can say a mechanical designer of that particular engine. So this work, the automatic variation of the fuel to the engine is done by mechanical governor. Let us take an example. Means when the load increases, then what is its effect on the speed of the engine. Let us say when the load decreases, then what would be its effect on the speed of the engine. Let us understand it by considering an example. So here the example is written, which is when the load, okay, when the load on an engine increases, its speed decreases. So mean this point. What I said, when the load on the engine increases, its speed decreases. So now now at this point we should have a condition where more fuel or more amount of say petrol, diesel need to be supplied to the engine so as under the circumstances of increasing load the optimum speed of an engine will be maintained. Okay, so for maintaining the optimum speed of an engine under the circumstances when the increasing load is decreasing the speed, so for that purpose we use a device whose name is mechanical governor. Clear? So here we can say, if I will summarize exactly what a governor do, then we can say a mechanical governor automatically controls the speed of an engine. Obviously it is done by varying the supply of the fluid to the engine automatically depending on the speed. Okay, so the main function of a governor is to automatically adjust the speed of the engine so as it will always remain or it will always occur nearby the optimum or design speed. If I am clear, then the types of governor, if I will broadly classify the types of governor, then on the basis of the principle, the governors are classified as centrifugal governor and inertial governor. So the name suggests the first category is one that includes or have the involvement of the principle of centrifugal action. So basically, what is centrifugal action? Let us get it through by reminding our childhood days. So during our childhood days, we used to tie up a stone in a rope, and we used to rotate it by using our hand. So it was observed at that time, if we all remember, when we increases the speed, something happens that causes the rotation of that stone tied at the end with higher speed. And when we lower down the speed, the radius of rotation of that stone get decreased. So this is basically happened because of the centrifugal action or centrifugal force acting on that rod when it is in circular path. Okay, so centrifugal governors work out on the centrifugal action. Same thing here in centrifugal governor, there is a centrifugal force that acts on a rotating parts that causes that rotating part to increase its radius of rotation and to decrease its radius of rotation depending or corresponding to the applied speed. Okay, so we will also cover inertial governors later on. So here my main concern will revolve around centrifugal governor. So one point to note here, when I am talking about the radius of rotation, then radius of rotation is defined as the horizontal distance in between the axis or the point about which the body is rotating to the end point about which that stone is fixed. So the horizontal distance in between these 2 points is known as the radius of rotation for any rotating body. Okay, so we will have a discussion on the classification of centrifugal governor. Let's come over it. So here are the broad classification of centrifugal governor. Now centrifugal governor can be broadly or widely classified on the basis of the application for which they are made. Let us say if we talk about the old James Watt governor, then it is restricted to some amount of RPM, means the application of machines, those have a tendency to have RPM less than 100, then we use special type of governor for that. Let us say if the RPM of a machine or a application is higher, then we go for different type of governor. So depending upon the application, we used to implement or install the concerned mechanical governor, the concerned centrifugal governor, or you can say the mechanical governor to a system. Okay, so the centrifugal governor are classified as in 2 types, namely pendulum type and loaded type. So pendulum type is further classified as Watt governor because it was its introduction was done by James Watt, and it is done I think nearby 1788. Okay, so loaded type governor is further classified in 2 categories, namely dead weight governor and spring controlled governor. I will just recall when I am talking about different type of governors, then all governors work on behalf of its application. Okay, in which area, in which machine, with what RPM they are going to work with. So dead weight governor is somewhat where we use means dead weight in a mechanical governor setup. We will cover up or see the layout of the dead weight governor later on. So dead weight governor covers 2 types of governor, that is your Porter governor and Crowell governor. Okay, and spring control governor is broadly classified in few types, that is your Hartman governor, Wilson Hartman governor, and Pickering governor. So these are the broad classification of a centrifugal governor. So if it is clear, then let's have a look on the centrifugal governor basics. What exactly means centrifugal governor work on in a system? So the centrifugal governor are based on the balancing of centrifugal force. We all know, clear? So the centrifugal governor are based on the balancing of centrifugal force for a rotating balls. I just told earlier, centrifugal action or centrifugal force will come into action only under one condition, and that is when a body is in circular motion. Okay, so for an equal and opposite force known as controlling force. So obviously for balancing that rotating weight, there should be an opposite direction, opposite side acting force should be there, and that is the controlling force. It consists of two balls of equal masses, means the complete layout or the components. If I talk about the components of a centrifugal governor, then it consists of two balls. These balls are also known as governor balls or fly balls, and it is of equal mass. Clear? So which are attached to arms. I will show you a figure. And these balls are known as governor balls or fly balls. So this is the basics of a centrifugal governor, which we have recently discussed. If it is clear, then let us take a condition. In actual, how the influence of load acts on the speed of an engine. Okay, so I have written the same here. Meanwhile, I will elaborate it few examples also, and here it is. Here it is.